Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. I shouldn't have, but I did it and I feel better for it. I sent a text to his friends that were there when he was cheating but kept smiling in my face. I expect to be dragged and downvoted into oblivion. Rant. My ex-fiancé is part of a sports club. I sent a text to his teammate, urging him to tell the women in the sports team who slept with my ex-fiancé to get checked immediately. They all have group chats, all know each other, and all sleep with each other, according to my ex. I grew tired of being the gatekeeper of my ex's image. I suffered because he did not tell me he had been sleeping around during my pregnancy and after I gave birth. I only found out because I suffered for months and the doctors exhausted all possibilities and used various medicines. Thank God for science. The regular health checks allowed me to have a specific time window of when the cheating occurred due to the positive test. He couldn't gaslight the results. This is why testing is important, even with your spouse. Part of me wants those women to get checked because they don't deserve to feel that pain/lose their ability to have kids. Their partners don't deserve it. If my fiancé, father to my child, couldn't tell me, he certainly would not have told them. But I would be lying if I didn't say that I feel good that they will be the ones scrambling around to get a health check, stressing waiting months for results/retesting. They have to deal with the public humiliation amongst their peers, and I don't have to hold this to myself anymore. I know a lot of you won't agree or understand this. Think of it this way: you may have stopped a minor epidemic. He didn't even tell me for so long that I think the epidemic may already be underway, so if this helps a few, that's the least I can do. I would have done it. You saying this makes me feel less guilty about doing this because all I have known is to protect people who abuse me. And you're ultimately still doing this. You didn't name the STI, but any innocent members of this mess should know if they have a disease. Yes, it's a hard habit to change. I didn't mention real names either, just nicknames. Absolutely, they are the ones in this whole situation who deserve to know that they've been put at risk. I'd have probably taken out an ad in the local paper and a Google Ads campaign targeted at his age group +/limited to your area, with an ad warning anybody who slept with or knows anyone who slept with X or his teammates and associates to cease having sex and get tested immediately. No further context. This is an excellent idea. This situation is too far gone. We used to live in a tight-knit community, so it will definitely be the talk of the town, which is good for those who have been in contact with these people. Actually, no. The first thing the doctor should have asked you when your test came back positive was who your partners were, so they can try and stop the spread. Whatever you think you did wrong by informing people that they may have an STI is a million times less wrong or immoral than allowing an STI to spread unchecked. Why would you be downvoted? I don't see what you did was wrong. I thought I'd be called vengeful or petty. Absolutely not. Your ex is a plague rat. You, on the other hand, looked out for the health of others. Exposing his foul behavior is only a delightful side benefit. That's exactly what he is, no care for his health, let alone others. It is a small benefit. I'm so sorry you had to go through this. This guy seems like the biggest scum I've read so far on this subreddit. Look how strong you are, to remain civil and still exercise self-control. You're even stronger than me. I wish you well with your long road of emotional recovery. God willing you find someone even better than that scum. So sorry you had to go through this. Much love, XOXO. Yes, I think he may be amongst one of the worst. I am trying my best, but it's difficult, between being a single mother, studying, and working. Thank you. I have just started therapy, so I'm looking forward to making progress. Amen. I really hope one day. This unfortunately is just a chapter in my story. Thank you so much, X. Blow his life up. This guy does not deserve an image that is positive in any way. I'm so sorry you had to experience this creep. I wish we could post all these guys' pictures on the internet as a warning to the next woman. This should be illegal and easy to prosecute. I'm not protecting him anymore. Yes, I wish we could post the men and women's pictures sometimes because they cause so much damage and wreak havoc. Let the world know they are not worth it. You actually did a service to all. Glad you are now okay, and now, hopefully those in this group will be too. All they had to do was use a condom. Hello? Or, not cheat. Hello? In a way they're lucky I told them. Thank you, I hope everyone does too. I know it was literally that simple. I wanted no parts in this, they were all selfish. Condoms suck. Not disclosing to your sexual partners that you have received or you have previously contracted a sexual disease is illegal in some places. You just save those people from potential infertility or even worse like a blood disease and they die. I am going to see if this is the case. I know you can get sued for HIV, but I'm grateful that is not what I caught. I hope it makes them think twice. Just upvoted you. Thank you. Well done and rare, all at the same time. Good for you. When I found out my husband gave me trichomoniasis, the first thing I did was watch while he texted the woman about it and told her to get tested. This is the most common STI for women over 40 and nobody tests for it. It causes so many grievous side effects and, like you say, is often undetected until they rule out everything else. In the meantime, we suffer. And the men? Usually there are no symptoms. So the epidemic will go on until everyone practices safe sex and gets tested regularly. How badly I want to shout this to the rooftops. Everybody thinks they are in a monogamous relationship, but the statistics on cheaters don't lie. Do the math. Get tested for everything every 6 months. And don't forget Trick. I'm sorry to hear that he put you through that. Yes, that's why it's so important to get checked regularly because of the scary statistics. I will ask specifically for Trick as I have another screening to take after Christmas. Thank you for the advice. I would have gone to him with all of his friends surrounding and just said, I'm positive for whatever it is, and then just tell him he should get checked right in front of everyone like, cause your ass is the only one I sleep with, slap him then walk away. But that's just me. Don't actually slap him though. I think with the type of men/women they would just laugh and he would deny it, so this is the best option for me. I understand completely. They deserve to know, relieved face. You may also have prevented a baby getting a serious infection at birth. So job well done. Thank you. I caught the STI after birth. I didn't know he was cheating during pregnancy. I had a strict no kissing rule, and implemented a strict cleaning/hand washing regimen. I was vilified for it, but I'm so grateful. He could have killed our child. I mean that if as a result of blowing all the cheaters out of the water you have also helped prevent one of them infecting a baby at birth, good on you. And thank goodness you are fine and so is your baby. I understand you now. Yes, and a lot of them have wives, girlfriends too. I'm so grateful that we are okay to some degree. This could have been far worse. Update: my ex-fiancé asked for another chance with me. Update: this is not the update I wanted to give, but I had to share with you. So we are both in our 20s, asked for another chance, and of course I said no. I have restricted our communication. He can only reach me through emails. However, he has decided he doesn't want to communicate at all if he can't call me. I had to speak to him last week for our child who has an ongoing problem that required health care. When we returned from an appointment he said we needed to talk. So I entertained him. He started to say it's been difficult for him, us not speaking for 2 to 3 weeks because of what he did. He can't sleep. Edit: he has taken a vow of celibacy until he gets married. He stressed that in the past, when we were together, he was trying to fix his mistakes rather than changing himself to become a better man, and that he didn't have confidence. I don't know what that has to do with me. Now he's working out, eating/dressing well, investing, studying etc. He wants us to be a family, he wants to treat me as a woman, he wants to be a father to our child and would like to marry at the beginning of 2022. I later messaged him to politely decline this wonderful opportunity. I told him that I would like to focus on what I am doing now. That he's probably lonely or guilty and he should get over it. Approaching me as he did was just embarrassing. Given that he cheated on me while I carried his child/after I gave birth, and he kept his loose ways a secret for a year, until I had that positive result. I also asked him what he planned to bring into my life. Will he secure my future? Will he make my life easier? Will he love me? I blocked him because I didn't care for an answer. Did I tell him all the things I wanted in a husband? No. Did I tell him he needs to go to therapy? No. Did I tell him he needs to deal with his sexist ideologies? No. Because that's not my problem. Why should I give this man a blueprint to become a better man? So he can use me one last time? Or be the perfect man for another woman? This is why you should cut contact with cheating exes, because they just need something from you, whether it's your attention, expertise, intimacy, money or advice. Anyway, he called me from an unknown number requesting the measurements for our child's room in my house. I asked what for? He said to decorate. I had previously told him that I would decorate alone. I later asked why he wasn't respecting my decision to decorate alone, just to see his response. Then he accused me of not letting him be a part of our child's life, or that I am making decisions for our child, telling him what our 1-year-old child likes. He is allowed in our child's life, just not as much in mine. He is allowed to be a father, in his own home, own time. I am not here to stroke this man's ego and make him feel like a better father when he couldn't do the right thing when we were together, apart, and I gave him chance after chance. I simply explained to him these are a consequence of his actions. He wanted to cheat, so obviously he didn't want to be part of this family. He went further by being abusive and is now being treated accordingly. I did not buy him a Christmas gift, I didn't speak to him on Christmas, I didn't wish him a happy new year, and now he's feeling lonely/struggling. I don't pretend to get along for the sake of my child, but only keep things amicable. If he finds that uncomfortable, so be it. From these small exchanges I know that I will definitely not be talking to him at all. I am so proud of you. You are doing the right thing. Stay strong. Flexed bicep, clapping. Thank you for the encouraging words, I will. 2 hearts. Heart. Good for you. It sounds like his plan was to sweep everything under the rug and pretend like it never happened, because he claims he's trying not to be a sack of shit anymore. Yes. That's what I think it was. He didn't say sorry at any point, just me. As if I will ever believe he is a good person. And he's only promising that he'll try. If you took him back, you'd probably see that he's only going through the motions, and even that would stop once he thought your relationship was secure again. You're absolutely right. After the crying, pain, sorrow, grief, acceptance and expensive therapy, there's no way I'm letting that man near me. Oh, did I mention he is taking a vow of celibacy until he gets married? Laughable. Good for you. He risked your life and the life of your unborn child. You deserve better. Thank you. I am starting to believe I can do much better. You seem like a strong, intelligent, focused young lady with a fully functional backbone. You keep doing what you are doing. There is no way you can fully trust a man who betrayed you carrying his child. Being with a crappy partner is worse than being with no partner. Stay strong and be the best mom you can be. Thank you. I can never trust him again, and I don't even want to experience the constant feeling of fear or unease in a relationship with him. I will do my best. You are a goddess right now. You are doing so well. Your child will thank you so much one day for being such an amazing fierce. Edit from Tiger, which is something insulting. Very sorry Op and others, Mom. He screwed up, not your problem at all. Thank you so much. It is hard to constantly be on guard. I really hope so. Exactly not my problem. I want to go second and third. You are so strong. I wish I had your power when I first found out. I did the whole pick-me dance. I thought I would go to a woman scorned like you, but I was way more please don't leave me than that. You are an inspiration, mama. Goddamn, I am in awe. Your child has an awesome mom who respects herself enough to take the difficult road now to secure a better life. Yes, mom. I've done my fair share of the pick-me dance, but I believe at that time he wasn't physically cheating, who knows. So it was me competing against everything he valued above me, which was basically everything. I'm so sorry they put you through that. Especially when they should have been begging for you back. I hope you are in a better place now. Thank you so much. Yes. I am so proud of you. Keep at it and don't let him get to you again. He will continue to try. Thank you. Never again. Honestly, I gave him more chances than anyone would have, so I just can't do it again. I will remember that he will try to do so in different ways. I can understand how hard this must be emotionally, but you're doing a great job. Implement the 180 and grey rock the few times you have to interact. And learn to completely ignore disengagement when he tries. Next time he tries something like this, ignore it. Only communicate regarding the child. This is the best way to overcome the emotions and move on with your life. Thank you. I have not heard of 180, so we'll look at it now. Yes, that's one thing I need to catch up on, as I tend to engage face to face and don't walk away. We have been separated for some time now, so I don't have emotions for him anymore. I don't hold any resentment towards him either. In a dream world it would be nice to move on and let him accept it. If you implement the 180 and grey rock him when you see him, he should hopefully get the message sooner and you will feel less emotional draw from these interactions. Best of luck. Oh, I understand what you were saying now. I also didn't think of this. It is draining. At the moment he just tries harder and harder to interact, but with trying to play the nice guy. Thank you so much. Yep. Which is why these methods are so effective. Best of luck to your future. I hope you find the happiness you deserve. Thank you. Wishing you the best too, heart. You are a wonderful person. I wish I could reach through my phone and give you a hug for all of the wise and brave decisions you have made. As you concluded, the man you loved no longer occupies the body of the person that wants to be in your life for his selfish reasons. From what you write, he never got the idea that the path of happiness is found by making others happy. He might have realized that he messed up his chances with the best partner he could ever find, but he still wants to take and not give. Thank you for the support. You're right, I don't know him. I don't think I ever did. It is true, I find so much joy in loving my friends and family. Yes, he wants to deplete all of my energy, love, etc. because I have built it back again. He will never steal an ounce of my happiness again. I like how he thinks he's entitled to have an input on how the baby's room is decorated, and he doesn't live there. Right? It's absolutely ridiculous. Glad I caught on to it because it seemed like a nice gesture, but really was him overstepping his boundary as usual. Ah, you sound like a mighty person. Just like the ones I read about on Chump Lady. Thank you. Here, articles and stories have helped me so much. Same here. The articles on her blog, as well as reading posts and comments on the infidelity subs on Reddit, have been instrumental in helping me stick with no contact and to start healing. I hope that every day brings you a bit more peace and healing. It's a long road, but you sound like a strong person, and a fighter. You're going to be even better. As Chump Lady says, leave a cheater, gain a life. Yes, you really have to implement no contact and have a support group to really start this journey. Being here really helped me feel like I wasn't alone and that I could get through this. Thank you. I wish you all the success, peace, happiness and love that you desire. She is right, I can see it more each day. Yes. Now get a legal custody order. I will pursue getting an arrangement in place because I do believe he will punish our child because I denied him. You are completely right. If he wants change, he can work for it. You shouldn't need to give him advice to better for someone else. Get a custody agreement in writing. If you need to go to the courts and establish yourself as a primary custodian. Next time he calls from an unknown number, just block him. Clearly, he didn't respect your decision for boundaries. Exactly, I feel a bit cheated if I tell him how. It's like buying your own gift and someone else giving it to you. Okay, I will make plans to do so. I have been blocking him, so I will continue to do so regardless of pressure and events. It's more like a freebie after being horrible. One of my exes thanked the relationship didn't work out, wanted to have attention after breaking up. Nope, never happened. I just moved on. I'm so much happier now. It is like a freebie because you had to work hard for the bare minimum. I'm glad you left and so happy to hear you are doing well. They didn't deserve you, even if it was just a piece. Soon you meet someone awesome too. It's just important to not settle for the first thing that comes along. I'm waiting until 30 and taking this time to heal, take care of my body, work on my character, grow into the woman I'd like to be before I engage in dating. I'd like to be married, so no point in dating now. I agree, I think I won't be swayed easily by any kind of attention anymore. I'm glad I learned this lesson now rather than spending my life with him. Update 2: He's filed for bankruptcy. Update: My cheating ex-fiancé filed for bankruptcy. I prayed that God would avenge the wrong that was done to me, because that's the only thing that stopped me from replaying or pondering on getting revenge and distracted me from the wave of heartache/grief that overcame me. Everything that I experienced didn't feel just or fair, and I grew tired of being the bigger person. It was hard to let go, but I started to love and live my life with a focus on being happy and protecting it. He just won't leave me alone. For a while now he's been applying pressure by flirting, being sexual, asking to spend time, and sometimes he is pleasant. It's hard holding boundaries for someone you once loved, especially while co-parenting. It's hard being selfish when all I knew was being selfless. He has decided that I am the one, that he will wait for me. He said he wanted to marry me, and when I asked for the plan he said he was hoping I had one. Lol. All the singing and dancing about him changing is fake. I am feeling so much pressure from him and others to make it work or help him out, but he's dangling a carrot of marriage/a happily little family in front my face. It just feels like I have been here before, and I know the result will be the same. I tried to advise him on the mistakes he was making, but he called me a hater. Now he has dug himself a hole. I have refused to help him in any capacity. I have told him many times over that he should call the women he cheated with, his friends he always chose over me, and his family to help out. They are not helping him out. I feel like he only wants me because he is at his worst and no woman is willing to entertain him. It's a huge insult to me that he thinks that there's still a chance. The conversation of moving in with me has come up so many times and I have always shut it down. So I don't get it. Why won't he leave me alone? He's blocked. He's not allowed into my home. These rules keep me safe and make me feel like I am in control, but I just want to move on in peace. It's tiring protecting yourself often. I don't feel happy that he's in the situation he is in. Somehow I feel kind of bad, and that's confusing me. Any words of wisdom would be greatly appreciated. I'm supposing no contact won't really work since you are co-parenting, maybe a co-parenting app and then blocking him on other forms of contact. I get the feeling bad part. It's hard to put into words. But it means you cared. And maybe you still do. Nothing wrong with that, as you are only human and likely loved this person. TBH, I think he is crawling back because his life has fallen apart, and he still feels like he can manipulate you. I don't think his intentions are sincere, and I'm also suspecting you don't either. If I was you, I would set a boundary with contact like business or kid-related stuff only, and that you will not respond to anything beyond that, and stick to it. He made his bed, let him lie in it. Wish you all the best. I'll have a look for a co-parenting app. I try not to be so hard on myself about my emotions. Yes, I don't think his actions are sincere, and I don't even want to try to find out. And that quote comes to mind: doing the same thing and expecting different results is insanity, or something along those lines. Thank you so much for your advice. I'm still getting used to boundaries and enforcing them, so this is something I'll focus on implementing. Co-parenting apps are changing the game in child custody. Here are some of their features. They utilize custody calendars. Some can be color-coded. Unlike texts, content can't be deleted. Access can be given to third parties like lawyers, therapists, mediators, and even grandparents. Pertinent medical and contact information can be stored. Content is time-stamped and logged and is admissible in court. Check which app is approved by the courts in your area. Some apps even have tone checks, which ensures that all communication remains cordial. I hear from some people in these forums that talking parents is a good one. Best of luck to you. Thank you for taking the time to list some features. I feel fortunate to be able to have this technology as an aid. Yeah, it's a lot of emotions all at once and it's super hard. Lots of conflicting ones too. But like you said, even when it's exhausting, you gotta protect yourself. Don't let the past bring down your present. You got this. It's difficult. Yes, I don't want the past to make me miss any opportunities. Thank you. You'll have to be firm and establish the boundaries. No conversations unrelated to the kids and not spending more time with him than the absolutely necessary. At least you have to be clear that you can't go back with him. He is a mess and wants to go back to you because you are safe. If you let him in, as soon as he is back on his feet, he'll start messing with you again. I don't spend time with him. He just uses any kid event like birthdays, holidays, pickups, etc. It's frustrating. I'd rather separate everything. I believe you're absolutely right. I'm not seriously considering him, but he just won't leave me alone, so now I feel like it's manipulation, as he's desperate, not because he cares. Thank you. Are you familiar with the grey rock technique? You should start using that whenever you have to be in his presence. Also, do you have friends and or family that can serve as a buffer between you and the ex during drop-offs and pickups? Yes, I was using it, but it was very hard to maintain because he would accuse me of being disrespectful. The issue with my family and friends is that they were also part of my abuse and enablers. Now that we are separated, they don't want to be involved, so it's just me facing this on my own because no one really believes me either. Okay, be strong. Limit your contact with those who can't be supportive. Continue with the grey rocking. Give him nothing emotionally. It must be working on some level because your lack of interaction with him bothers him. He calls it being disrespectful. Does he even deserve your respect? Good luck to you. I don't feel happy that he's in the situation he is in. Somehow I feel kind of bad, and that's confusing me. Don't be. Internally you already know that to you, he is nothing more than a stranger. The opposite of love is indifference, not hate. If you hate someone, it's because you are deeply disappointed or wounded by their action, and that feeling can affect you only because you care, because someone important did something bad. But when that care expires, nothing remains. You are already on the good path. The only important thing is the happiness of your family, and one day your son will thank you on how strong you acted, and be proud of you. Yes, you're right, when I look at him I feel like I don't know him. But I know some parts of what he is capable of. I don't hate him, so I think I'm on track. Honestly, a happier future for my child and I is why I fight hard. Thank you. If he owes you money, be sure to file a claim into his bankruptcy. Thank you. I didn't know that was possible. I just thought it would be more trouble than it's worth. And it's just a very big life lesson for me. Certain kinds of claims have priority. Depending on which chapter the bankruptcy is filed under in the US, if the trustee finds assets, you want to be in line to receive distribution. Consult a local bankruptcy attorney for help filing a claim. Thank you so much. Keeping up low contact and preserving boundaries is the way to go. He is love bombing you. Do not fall for this trick. He is also hoovering. This is when the narcissistic ex returns to your life after the thrill of the affair has worn off and reality has set in. Bankruptcy. He is trying to get his kibbles from you, his former source of validation or supply. It's performative. You must protect yourself and your child from this constant barrage. It is not good for your mental health. Are you in some sort of IC for yourself? You may not need it, but just wanted to throw that out there. Since you have a child together, you should insist that you communicate solely through a co-parenting app. They work wonders. Best of luck to you. It's getting emotionally draining to manage all of this. What does IC stand for? I have frequent therapy sessions and am fairly good at managing my mental health. Okay, I have now downloaded an app and will insist he uses this. Thank you so much. IC stands for individual counseling. Glad you are in therapy. You got this. Best of luck. He's sinking like a stone and wants to take you down with him. Plus he wants to try to avoid paying child support. Be his own personal plague. Have as little as possible to do with him but pursue him for every single penny due to your child. I know that it's shit up, but, boy have you had a lucky break not being saddled with that bum. Good luck, heart. Surprisingly he's been very good with sending funds. But I had to apply pressure initially. I will pursue it if need be. You know, your last sentence just lifted my spirits about the whole situation. I am lucky to have been able to get away. Thank you. Karma did a financial audit on your behalf. Get the co-parenting app. It keeps a log of all your conversations. If he wanders into bullshit territory, use a lawyer or a judge to remind him that any communication not about your children is unwelcome and harassing. The best tool you have at your disposal is indifference. His problems and emotional state are no longer your problem. Don't even entertain being his sounding board or listening to his drama. Live your best life, and unless it is specifically to do with the kids, the discussion is off the table. He screwed up, and what you are witnessing right now is called karma. The check always comes due. I would say change your number and see if he gets that, and if so, who gave him that number, and cut them out of your life. Apart from that, stay strong and ignore, let him suffer the consequences. I'm sure you look like a prize now that he's bankrupt. If he gets together with you, no child support. Let's not forget and get to use your credit, and you can pay some of those bills. Yeah, I see how it'd be hard to say no to that. Seriously, let the guy go about his business. As you know, love and other feelings are not like a switch that you can just turn on or off at will. It's natural to still have feelings. It's called being human. That being said, you know he is toxic and only coming after you because his other options are gone. Stay cold and matter of fact. Limit conversation to your children. Tell him there is no chance of getting back together. The love you felt for him was killed one lie at a time until there was nothing left. Try not being alone with him or allow yourself in predicaments where he can manipulate you. Never answer why, because that gives him something to argue against. You don't say the age of your children here, but if they are young, have someone with you when the exchange is being made. If they're older, then they can go out to go with him on their own. No need to speak at all. P.S. What happened to AP? Did she dump him when his money ran out? We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.